Hello from Gardening at Douentza here in Ireland, and this video is my May Orchids in Bloom update. This May I only have 10 orchids in bloom at the same time, but we're going to go in and have a look at them. There are some that you've seen last month and others that are new, like for example this one here. And this is the Cattleya Alliance, a BLC Momilani the Gypsy. As usual, all proper names are in the details at the beginning of the video. All full names, let's just say. Okay, so this is the first flowering for this wonderful Cattleya, and I love these darker triangles here. Look at them, fantastic, and it's echoed here on the lip. Really, really pretty. And if we come in closer, can you see that there's actually a yellow tinge in there that echoes the yellow in the lip? So I'm really pleased with this. I've had it for 3 years. It's one I received in a kind of dehydrated state from a friend when I had that big adventure a few years back and went up to Dublin to collect some orchids in the middle of a storm. And anyway, yeah, I'll try and put the link to that video at some stage. But anyway, I picked up this and it didn't flower since. So it's its first flowering, and yeah, that's great news. And in terms of scent on this very pretty orchid, the scent is just coming out now. It's been open 2-3 days maybe, and it's quite spicy and quite nice. Not as strong perhaps as other Cattleyas, but it may develop more in time. Next orchid I want to show you is the Lycaste Tea Punch, and it's beginning to go over now at this stage. I've lost one flower and this one is about to fall, but I still have 2 looking good. But this Lycaste has flowered for a very long time, for over a month. So I don't know if that's representative of what all Lycastes do or just this particular one, but it's a genus that I'm going to be looking out for in future. A couple of people asked me about care, and well, I mean, there are deciduous and non-deciduous Lycastes. This one here is a deciduous one, although it didn't actually lose its leaves last winter, so I don't know what you say to that. I give it good light, somewhere between, let's say, Cattleya and Oncidium light, and water it regularly as I do my other orchids, and generally unfussy and kept in warm temperatures. But as I say, there are different types of Lycaste, so you're going to have to do your own research. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is a Phalaenopsis, and this is a miniature that was given as a present to me by my niece. Isn't it a pretty little thing? See how small it is? Now it's potted badly in a pot with no holes at the bottom, but there is actually a space at the bottom where the water can go down and the roots aren't sitting in it. So when I water it, I then tip any excess water out, and anything else that falls down there doesn't actually touch the roots. I must get round to repotting it at some time, but not just at the moment. See that little sweetie there? Very cute. This Nobile Dendrobium is one that's featured in lots of my videos up until now. Very reliable flowerer. You will find its full name in the details of this video. And it's quite similar to this other little Nobile Dendrobium that I have here. If we put them both together, you can see that they really are quite similar. The one on the left is a no ID. But yeah, well, I'm quite happy to have the 2 of them. Over here we have Prostechia cochleata, quite a large plant I've had for several years, and it's just coming into spike. You can see there, lots and lots of happy sap on it. You can see there's another spike there coming open, and another one behind there. So this orchid will flower for a very long time, and what happens is that the spike comes up and the blooms open and the lower ones fade, but then the spike continues to grow and open new blooms for a very, very long time, in the same way that epidendrums do. Well, yeah. There we go. They're like little, I don't know, octopuses or something, aren't they? Very cute flowers. And here we have a Laturia dendrobium, Wondernishi, which has 2 flower spikes of beautiful flowers. Now this one is drying out quicker than it should. I'm losing the spikes quicker than I should, so I wonder if I need to increase watering or something. Look at the funny way you can pull down the lip like that. Isn't it gas? And here's another, the other set of spikes there. Behind it we have the epidendrum, which is very hard to photograph, but there we go. Opening always at the top of these very, very long stems, and you can see how it has flowered all the way up that stem in the same way that the Bristechia cochleata will. Just 2 more to show you now, and this one is a Hawaiara. Quite a small flowered plant, very similar to Oncidium, and it's actually upside down. The flowers are upside down, those ones there, but they're pretty, aren't they? The colours, that yellow and orange, are very, very striking. And finally, let's get a look at Path Pinocchio, and this plant has 3 spikes at the moment. As you can see, it's a sequential bloomer, so when this flower fades, other ones will come here. The other spike here has just lost its flower, but this should open soon. And breaking news, what do I see? But a 3rd spike coming on this mature plant. So it's going to flower for me for a very long time. So, well, it's just good news, isn't it? And that brings me to the end of the video. Those are the 10 orchids I have in bloom at the moment in May. Thanks very much for watching. Bye now. And we have some breaking news from the greenhouse. It's not this Cymbidium, oh no, it's what's behind it. And while this looks like a very mucky, dilapidated, unloved tray, can you see what I see? Now this is my tray of Disa orchids, and I am going to have a bumper flowering this year. They've been neglected because I kept them moist over winter, and in spring I did put rainwater back in them, but they haven't been cut back or anything. You can see the stems from last year's flowers still there, and they certainly need tidying up, and they probably should have been repotted. But even despite that, how many flower buds have we got coming? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 different types, 9 flowers. That's the best ever.